Hey guys, Sonic Ninja 101 here, and today I thought I'd kickstart the first of my new series called SN101 Vlogz, where I share some of my real life stories with you guys. So if you guys can't already tell by the title of this video, I'll be talking about some of my crazy adventures I went through while during my time in culinary school. The clips you see in the background are some of my matches from Ultimate Ninja Storm. So to begin my tale, we must go back, about 4 years ago, to the summer of 2012. It was a hot and muggy afternoon, and we culinary students had just finished the last of the day's cleaning assignments when all of a sudden I could hear my friend, who we'll call North to protect their identity, shrieking throughout the kitchen. Apparently another student, who we'll call Goku because the guy's nickname was actually Kakarot in the kitchen, had lifted North off her feet and carried her bridal style from one end of the kitchen to the other. I kid you guys not, he seriously did this. Now, don't ask me why Goku did this, because while this was happening, I was being the guy that was pointing and laughing at the situation. I know, total douchebag move, but I couldn't help it, it was freaking hilarious. North, who had thought the worst was over, took a sigh of relief and tried to lift herself back on her feet. However, this is where the black sheep of the culinary arts students comes into play. Mac literally comes out of nowhere while pushing on the back of a floor cleaner straight towards North. North does her best to shout at Max to stop, but the freaking dude just kept ignoring North's shouts and kept pushing the machine towards her. Seeing this, I used what little time I had and rushed in between both North and the floor cleaner, and using what strength I could gather during that brief moment, I was able to stop both Mac and the floor cleaner dead in their tracks. And I kid you not, Mac looked and had a complete look of shock when he seen me do this. I then pushed both Mac and the machine away from North and helped her back on her feet. Now, of course, we reported the whole incident to the instructors of the culinary arts department, and all they just did was give both Goku and Mac verbal warnings. And that's pretty much was the end of that story. Yeah, I know, but even weasels know how to get out of tight situations. But don't worry guys, I have yet another tale from the kitchen to tell you guys. But before I continue, I just want to say that I will not be talking about my most intimate moments with the opposite sex in any of my vlogs. However, I know the story can be at least labeled safe for work. So here we go. So fast forward to the same fall of that year, I came into class not feeling so well, and after the head of the department and I agreed that I shouldn't be cooking that day, I went into the office in the back of the kitchen and just waited for my ride back there. When all of a sudden this girl from the dish pit comes in and asks how I was doing. I told her that I wasn't feeling too good and that I was going to head home early for the day. She then comes out of nowhere and gives me a big hug. Now I know that a hug would mean that she was just showing her concern for my well-being, but this tender moment was slightly ruined. Only on the count that when she went to hug me, she actually wrapped her arms around my head and pulled me straight dab in the middle of her bahumkas. Now as a gentleman, once I found out where she put my head, please do not take that out of context guys, in the most awkward and straightforward way I could think of, I said to her, you know, you pulled my face in between your boobs. Now, slightly embarrassed, the girl gently pushes me away and apologizes. I told her that it was okay and that it was an honest mistake. But I mean, come on, what kind of guy wouldn't love it if a girl pushed his face in between her boobs, right? Now, if you think this is where the story ends, then boy, are you guys going to be surprised. You see, a few weeks after that, in the exact same office, another girl and I were talking about what I cannot remember for the life of me. However, our conversation did end with me and the girl pulling each other into a hug, and the exact same thing happening. The girl had wrapped her arms around my head and pulled my face towards her bosom. And here I'm thinking, oh God, it happened again. Please don't result in any sexual harassment charges. I didn't mean to do it. It was an honest mistake. So being this exact same position prior a few weeks earlier, I told the girl in the exact same way that she had pulled my face in between her boobs. However, what she said next would completely catch me off guard. With a cheeky smile, the girl replied, I know. Thrown for a loop, I politely pushed the girl away from me and got the heck out of Dodge. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then please hit that like button. As always, thank you for watching, and remember, a chili dog a day will always keep the Eggman away. Love and God bless you all, and hope to see all of you guys again in our next adventure. Bye!